Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 321. Can't even see it because of the glare. Released September 1993. Our price, $1.75, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That's the #1 way that you can support this YouTube channel. I appreciate it. That's all I got to say. Tons of people have been clicking subscribe, and it's just like, fills my heart. I'm going to be honest, makes me feel real good. So thank you for those of you who've done that. If you want to support the channel in another way, if you think it's what I do is worth more than any like or subscribe, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down in the description. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube, and they have the same benefits. But go over to that Patreon to see pictures of the stuff that you could get. 6 set of stickers, some buttons, maybe even a cool stencil. Anyway, these are the people whom I get to thank for their support today. Ben Forsgren, Joey Gesso, Reflection of Perfection, Misimo, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Aaron Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, boom, let's get back over to this. There I am. Mad Magazine number 321. What a cool cover. I don't even know if it's like technically a good cover. I don't know how many people would call this a good cover. Did these freaks have such uneven ears? I don't know. This is Deep Space Nine, I believe. And this just sticks out in my mind, especially just sort of like this grotesque visage of Alfred E. Neuman. But specifically, what really dug its way into my brain was this. The two little breasts upon this, is that Worf? I don't know. I don't know anything about Star Trek. These little things up top on that guy's head just have been living rent-free in my mind ever since I first saw this cover. And I was a young man. I was probably 8 years old when this one came out. And it's a cool Mort Drucker cover. In this issue, there's Groundhog Days, Stupid Human Tricks, Deep Space Nine, The Avenging Orb, baseball cards, and Suicide Machines. Suicide Machines. Here we have a lovely house ad for the Mad Super Special, Sex and Dating. Sex and Dating. Here's the subscription card. Oh, I should do this. This one was wrapped in brown paper because it came from my personal collection. Although the little sticker that had my address on it was gone. I don't know how that fell off. Usually it sticks really well to this. Turn this issue over for an extremely important message from the editors. Please subscribe. This is your last issue. This is your last issue, etc. Or and so on. I don't know. Is that what etc. means? Let's look at this. The Neumanism. How is it that people looking for a helping hand tend to overlook the one at the end of their own arm? Ooh, it's a little bit of a pull yourself up by your bootstraps type attitude. That's, really bold of Alf, old Alf. Going through here, I noticed it. Did you notice it? That's right. One of my favorite things in Mad Magazine is the suicide subscription ads. This one done by Paul Coker Jr. Why kill yourself just because you missed the last issue at the newsstand? Subscribe to Mad. And there he is. It's the honeymoon suite, and he's, I guess, affixed spikes to the bottom of this bed, and he's just laying in wait. And here come the newlyweds, just ready to impale and be impaled. Anyway, two interesting, letters. One from Mayim Bialik, and also from Keenan Ivory Wayans. Him being quite happy to appear in Mad Magazine. I mean, this dude is, he's a comedic comedian. Of course, he's going to be quite happy to be in Mad Magazine. So his is like a very sincere and thoughtful letter. You can tell this dude likes Mad Magazine. All's fair in love and Berg. I enjoy your magazine as always. But what movies has Dave Berg been watching? In issue number 317, The Lighter Side of, he has a wife criticizing her husband for not making love in the torrid manner of the movie they're watching. What torrid manner? I've rarely seen a movie where the man was anything but an emotionless robot. Dang. Why are we getting catching strays from that lady? Anyway, here's Star Black Deep Space Swine. Obviously, they're going to continue the Star Black name because it's the same franchise. Some fun chicken fat. Oh, sorry. Some fun chicken fat all throughout this one, but especially in the splash page. You have Jabba and Yoda. You have Spock back there. He wasn't in Deep Space Nine. You have Darth Vader. I don't know who this guy is, but you have Alf and one of the seven dwarfs and a gremlin. What is that called? Umami? No, Mogwai. That's what it is. Umami is something different. Anyway, I like this one. I like this splash page. As you go through it, what you're going to see is a masterclass of caricature by Mort Drucker. Like, these are characters I haven't seen since 1993. And all of them are extremely recognizable even today. I don't know. It's he's so good. Like this guy who is like the weird freaky eyes, that makeup. He's just a really good caricature artist. That's all. All of them look recognizable. How about this though? This might be okay. I was going to say there's a few lettering things that cartoonists have done for Mad Magazine, and you have things like well, I was going to say this, but Harvey Kurtzman's Mad lettering. You have I would say Wally Wood's lettering for the Monster Primer, and then you have this Tom Bunk Accidents and Injuries. Holy smokes. Look at that. Just look at that. Fantastic detail. It's just, I can't stop looking at this part especially. This is cool, but then this just totally steals the show. And then look at this and. This and looks phenomenal. Like, hit pause and drink that in, please. So this is all about the least common accidents and injuries in America. I am going to stay zoomed in so we can see some of these humorous and disgusting illustrations. Child head trauma is not staged for America's funniest home videos. Here we have like the fake numbers. I'm going to ignore all of these fake numbers. Inner city slumlords falling off ladders while doing repairs. We have side muscle strain from laughing too hard at a John Candy movie. Oh. Did John Candy stink? I remember liking his movies. Or maybe I liked movies he was in. Maybe there's a difference there. Muscle cramps caused by overuse of cheap plastic exercise machines sold on cable TV at 3 a.m. I made my parents buy, I think it was called the Ab Shark. I don't know. Is that what it was called? All right, I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. How about this? Cracked vertebrae due to slipping on a recently mopped 7-Eleven floor. Not going to happen. All of these are just so fantastic to look at, though some of them, like this one, a little bit disgusting with the compound fracture or the bone protruding. I guess it isn't a fracture. Woo! This one is, by today's standards, a little bit spicy. When celebrities take jobs as product logos. Let's just go right right to what you're all noticing. Oprah Winfrey as Aunt Jemima. I'm not going to do a voice. Hi, I'm Aunt. You minda. You mind I have a bite of those waffles. You gonna eat those pancakes? How about that sweet roll and glazed ham? And? All right, moving on to the next one that is slightly less noticeable and maybe slightly less offensive because it is an illustration. Here we have Eddie Murphy for cream of wheat. This stuff is gummy, damn it. All right, how about this? Now I'm getting more into my comfort zone for things that I'm saying while recorded. Barbara Bush for Quaker Oats. Eat your oatmeal. It's as good as your broccoli. Michael J. Vox for Speedy Alka-Seltzer. I don't understand this one. Did he get caught with speed or something? Here we have Sinead O'Connor for Mr. Clean. I refuse to appear on this bottle. I refuse to appear on the bottle. Anyway, how about this? John Goodman and Roseanne Arnold for Campbell's Soup. Good. Squawk, screech, shut up. I'm singing. Good. And then my personal favorite, Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Chuck Norris for Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Snap, crackle, and pop. This one is an odd one. I didn't really I don't know, like what is it? What is expected in a Mad magazine? Not this, I guess. Not for me, at least. Other uses for blow dryers. You have a baby mobile split spinner. Now we've just sort of put a spring in it, and you can just crank it, and then it'll, like clockwork, it'll spin it. Eyeglass defroster. Dog odor diverter. That's just a fan. That's all you need for that is a fan. Octogenarian birth cake candle extinguisher, ice cube dispenser, cracker and cookie crumb disposer. This is what okay, let me explain what I'm confused about. It's 1993. When was the hairdryer invented? It's not possible that this is a new invention, is it? It's not possible at all. When was the hairdryer invented? Let's see. When was the hairdryer invented? It says the 1800s. I don't know, but surely that can't be true. Anyway, something to dry hair has been around for like 100 years. Why in 93? Are you? I mean, it's funny. I'm amused. Don't get me wrong, but it's bizarre. Here's a harmonica bass section. I should just retire the way I'm reading. Can't even believe this. Here's the lighter side up. I think you should hit pause and read this one on your own. Now, I can't tell you how excited I was to see this. A combination of two of my favorite things in Mad magazine, suicide humor and Bob Clark. The legal and ethical arguments surrounding a patient's right to determine his or her own fate are indeed complex and difficult ones. One doctor, Jack Kevorkian, firmly supports a patient's right to die and has constructed a machine that assists people in doing so. Dr. Kevorkian hopes his point of view becomes the accepted one and that his suicide machines become commonplace and available to everyone. Well, Doc, if that happens, your machine will be manufactured by the thousands, sold in retail stores like 4-slice toasters or 10-speed blenders, and come with one of those dumb instruction manuals just like every other silly household appliance. A manual like the Pansony RIP 2000 Suicide Machine, Owner's Manual and Operating Instructions. Hi, I'm Dr. Jack Kevorkian. I invented the suicide machine. Now, through an exclusive licensing agreement with Panasonic, you can enjoy the efficiency, quality and finality of my machine in the privacy of your own home. General care of RIP 2000, do not locate your suicide machine where it may be exposed to direct sun or heat. Only use a soft dry cloth to clean your suicide machine. Water cleaning solutions may impede the lethal ability of the unit. And do not expose your suicide machine to rain or moisture. I love that they've anthropomorphized this, like done little faces on it. Look how happy he is to be wiped down. Before using, become familiar with the parts of your new RIP suicide machine. I mean, it's just like, nothing about this is all that funny, but it's just the idea of reading a manual for a suicide machine is just delightful. And then things like this, like the weird charts and tables that they have and the illustrations. Yeah, it's just, I love it. And I look at, they even did this, which is such good attention to detail. Authorized factory service centers. 5 Grim Reaper Street, 2214 Demise Drive, Expired Road, Mortality Way, Parish Circle, and Dead Road. I don't know. It's awesome. It's so cool. And the states that they service. Warranty registration. What fun they had making this. Here is something that I kind of missed. When I was doing my little pre-flip through, I didn't even notice this. Snappy answers to stupid questions. I like snappy answers to stupid questions to an extent. I've talked about this every time, so if you've heard this, I apologize, but I love the artwork. I read them, but I never quite find them funny. I'm not super excited about like cynical sarcasm. I guess like suicide humor is a type of cynicism, but I guess maybe it's sarcasm that I don't really like. This type of sarcastic humor. Did you have to shoot all of them? No, just one. The others were lined up behind him. No, most of them surrendered. No, they're alive. Their backsides are in the next room. I'm entertained, but oh, I don't know. I mostly like looking at this artwork, all the dead animals there. Look at that. The bear rug is just so much fun. Been fishing? No, I jumped in the lake to save these poor critters from drowning. No, hunting. These were all around the duck I was trying to shoot. No, I made the mistake of petting them, and they followed me all the way home. This one is a nice twist, the stinging comeback to snappy answers. Can we see animals in here? In a zoo, you must be pulling my leg. My God, Selma, a talking ape. My God, Selma, a talking ape. What's a beauty like you doing here all alone? Waiting for a creep like you to come in and sweep me off my feet. Sorry, Tubby, I left my crayon outside. Here we have Groundhog Deja Vu. It took me a moment to process that. This is, I didn't really read this. It's fun. I love Groundhog Day, but it's like Angelo Torres and Stan Hart working on this one. I don't know. How do you lampoon one of the best comedies ever made? I love this. I loved it as a kid. I probably loved this Bill Murray movie more than I loved Ghostbusters. That's probably a true fact for you. Yeah, Bill Murray. There's something about Bill Murray. Kids love Bill Murray. I don't know why that is. Here we have the avenging oar, when the beating of the drum starts to puy at your sun-fried brains, as you're bound to worthless scum by those potter's Zeben chains. Well, the splinters pierce your butt. You can't take it anymore. Who are you going to call? That putz. The avenging oar. Artist and writer, Duck Edwing. The avenging oar. It's like a little comic in Mad Magazine. This is, you don't really get storytelling like this in Mad these days, unfortunately. Let's have a quicker beat, drummer. of doom. I want these dogs to move faster. You've whipped your last galley slave, fat swine. Gasp, it's the avenging oar. Yes, it is I, champion of the underdog, protector of the ever-oppressed. Let this serve as a warning to you, fat swine. Each time you whip one of these poor chained devils, you will taste my oar. Hi-yo, Orlock, away. I just can't get over the feeling that the avenging oar is right here under our noses. Anyway, it's kind of fun. I guess this is normally something that would be spread over several pages, and then we got it all together. It really reads differently when you do it like that. Here, I wonder who's doing this one. Is this Manic? Edwing? There's a lot of sound effects, so I think that's Manic. I actually forgot to go to crackedcoversite.com as part of this. I like to use that to find out information that I can't find, 321, in the issue. I use it weekly. Let me see, 321. This is Spy versus Spy, Duck Edwing and George Woodbridge. There we go. Now this is interesting. Why is this interesting? Because it looks like it appears out of nowhere. Back in the old days, if Stedman said something stupid, they'd have to pay the consequences. You get this sort of like introduction into the actual gag. And this is something they would do a lot in early Mad Magazine. It's like they would have this. It would be like, wait, suddenly I'm in something. I don't know the title. I don't really know what it's about. If you read, you will know what it's about. And then you have the page where they give you the title and then all of the jokes. Usually a lot of setup in these. Artist is Rick Tulka. Writer, Desmond Devlin. So you know it's about to be funny and look beautiful. Bringing home allows your report card. Considering that today's job market no longer guarantees employment for every college graduate, your son's grades may have just saved you $80,000. Ooh, that's a good spin. Accidentally unplugging your friend's Nintendo during the final level. Studies continue to link video terminals with eye strain. Therefore, when you're 80 years old and trying to read the small print on your heart medication, you'll thank him for this. Spin Doctors on tour in the background. Anyway, and then we go into stupid human tricks. Boy, I spent way too much time talking about all of this other stuff, and there's more. There's more. The 90s were a great decade. Real life stupid human tricks. Artist is Jack Davis. Mike Snyder is the writer. Boy, it is really, really great. Joining a ridiculously expensive video club that forces you to buy movies you'll be able to tape off HBO and Showtime in less than 2 months. Hudson Hawk. Wow, that was a bad movie, and that was with what's his face? Bruce, not Lee, Bruce, not Springfield, Bruce. Shoot, he was in Die Hard. Why can't I remember his name? This one was pretty interesting. Charade, What People Earn. How many mad staffers are in this fake magazine cover? I do not know. What a cool illustration back here. That's amazing. So unfortunately, I just got to keep chugging along because there is not much left. You guys got to hit pause. This is the problem with like some eras of Mad. I guess the 90s. The 90s were such a great age in Mad Magazine. And I know that's a long decade, but like, how can you look at this issue and not think, holy smokes, these guys, it's just nonstop bangers. Here I have the fold-in, and I wanted to make sure I do talk about the fold-in because I have this, my new fold-in card. This one I'm not going to throw away. What vile act would be more perverse than anything these performers have been accused of? You have Sinead O'Connor ripping the Pope in half. You have Ice-T talking about killing a cop. You have Madonna. You have, I don't know, is that supposed to be Howard Stern? Let's watch. What would be a more perverse act. It is the law, oh, here we go. The law that gags them. That's tape over their mouth. Anyway, that's my new system. What a genius I am. Back cover, of course, is this. Great moments in military toy history. Manufacturers lift the ban on gay action figures. You guys, this has been Mad Magazine number 312. Remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and pretty please leave a comment down below. That helps so much with the algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.